Hi, it's Renee with Harvest Hill Cottage. Welcome back. Today we're going to look at some crafting using toilet paper. That's right, you've heard me correctly. We're going to use some toilet paper to make some beautiful holiday decor. Orchid Designs recently came out with their beautiful holiday collection of crafting items. We're going to use some of those today in our projects. We'll start with the vintage snowflake stamp. We'll also use the Christmas tapers mold, and we'll be using a beautiful pumpkin. This is the autumn cottage mold. Now we're going to get started with using the vintage snowflake stamp. Normally we would be stamping a beautiful image. Today we're going to use the stamp to make an impression using a paper mache technique. I created a liquid substance using 1 part glue or Mod Podge and 3 parts water. I'm going to use this to apply my strips of toilet paper to the stamp image. So I'll begin by spritzing some water into my stamp. And then I'm just going to apply the strips of toilet paper that I have pre-torn into the stamp image. Now you're going to want to overlap your strips of toilet paper into the stamped impression here, and just slightly overlapping, layering throughout your image. You're going to do multiple layers of this in order to get really good coverage of your impression. Now I'm going to use my glue substance and a nice stiff brush to pounce into the stamped image. The idea is to get as full coverage with your liquid glue into every little nook and cranny of your stamp, because you want to pounce down and press the toilet paper into every little bit of your image. That way when you peel it back later, you'll have all the detail and it will be really lovely. So go ahead and do multiple layers. I think I did 6 or 7 layers on these snowflakes. And you're just repeating the process of layering the toilet paper and then pouncing in your liquid substance. Now, I have seen this done with just plain water, but I do like to add a little bit of the glue or Mod Podge because it does seem to hold the image together a little bit more nicely than just plain water. So you're going to repeat this process of multiple layers until you have a nice opaque image pressed into your stamp. Let it dry overnight. You want it to be nice and dry before you peel back your stamp. Otherwise, you could risk some tearing. Be very gentle. Peel back the stamp little by little, and you will have a really nice, detailed image. Look at that. The Iron Orchid stamps are so highly detailed. Now I'm going to trim off the edges there and have a really beautiful impression that I can use in my crafting. Now I'm also going to do the same process using one of the silicone molds. This is the new Christmas Tapers mold from Iron Orchid. And it's the exact same process. Layer in your toilet paper, pounce it in using your glue substance and your stiff bristle brush. Multiple layers, let it dry, and go ahead and pull it out. I did not put anything into the mold underneath the toilet paper. It's not necessary. And once it's dry, you just peel it right out. It pops right out actually, because you do have a little bit of shrinkage. And you've got a highly detailed, beautiful impression. I'm going to use my crafting scissors, cut it apart, trim it up, and then I've got a really cool, inexpensive, lightweight image that I can use in my crafting. So the paper castings are very cool, very inexpensive. They are flexible though, so keep that in mind when you're planning your projects. They can be used in so many ways, and I'm going to show you a couple of ideas today. I love these for a Christmas tree. They're lightweight. You can just poke them right onto your tree. Isn't that pretty? I also use them to create a holiday garland, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did that right now. I purchased a hand drill off of Amazon. I'll post the link below, but I wanted to get holes punched into my images to thread onto my twine, but a hole punch, of course, would be way too big. So this hand drill is really handy for creating tiny little pinhole punches into your projects. And the little drill does come with a variety of sizes of drill bits, so you can adjust it according to your project. So I used a tapestry needle and some twine, and I threaded on a series of beads, wooden beads, to get my garland started. And then I just repeated a pattern of beads and then threaded on the paper images that I created. I used snowflakes and the tapers and the wood beads to create my garland. So the tapestry needle and the twine is perfect for threading on your pieces for your garland. You can get super creative with this as well. Make sure that you thread front to back. That way your twine is hidden on the back side of your paper casting. I created an 8-foot garland for my 6-foot wide mantle. That way I've got some nice swag there. Isn't that lovely? Now all the supplies you see here in this video can be found on our website at harvesthillcottage.com. Now let's jump into one more paper project using the toilet paper and a mold from Iron Orchids. This is a darling little paper pumpkin I created using the Hello Pumpkin mold from last year's release. We do have a few more of these available on our website. You can also use this year's mold, Autumn Cottage, to create or to cast a pumpkin. The toilet paper castings are totally paintable, so that's what I'm doing here, just adding some paint to color up my beautiful casting of this little pumpkin. And then I'm going to use it to create a sweet little decorative item for my home. Now I found this little piece from Dollar General on clearance, and I'm just using a whitewash technique on the wooden frame. Then once that's dry, we're going to add some artwork on the inside of the piece. So I'm going to use this paper that I created. I'm going to use the wet tear method to tear off the edges of the paper for the backdrop of my piece. I'm going to use a decoupage application to adhere the cutout paper to the inset of this little framed piece. I do like to use Fusion Mineral Paint's decoupage gel. It's lightweight. It goes on nice and smooth, and I've never had an issue of my decoupage pieces lifting. Now I did apply a little bit of a whitewash to my pumpkin just to soften the colors. Now I'm going to use the Apothecary label set to add a word to my design. I'm going to stamp the word home. This is a stamp set from Iron Orchid with lettering for all of your smaller craft projects. Now I'm going to use E6000 to adhere my paper pumpkin to my artwork. I decided to add a little bit of antiquing gel to the pumpkin just to add a little bit of age to the piece. As a finishing touch, I frayed a piece of twine, tied a bow, and attached it to the upper side of my project. And then for further embellishment, I glued on a tiny acorn that I found in my yard. Isn't that darling? So affordable, so quick, so easy. If you like what you saw here, please give us a thumbs up, and we would love it if you subscribe to our channel. It helps us to create more content, and you won't miss anything in the future. Thanks so much for watching. We do appreciate you, and God bless.